Hi readers, here's my challenge for you today. Slow down. There's no rush. There's no reason why anyone should be speeding through texts because the faster you read, the more likely you are to zoom past important information and to not allow yourself enough time to think and grow ideas about texts. So I want to offer you a tip that actually comes from a familiar unit to help you slow down and make the most out of texts. So here's a tool I like to use. It's actually as a bookmark. Readers give themselves a comprehension check by asking, who's in this part? What just happened? And does this fit with something that already happened? Or is this new? I'm going to show you how I use this and then also show you how I can make this more of like a 5th grade, 6th grade level using a familiar text, 4 feet, 2 sandals. So as I go, I'm going to be asking myself these 3 questions. And I'm not going to be worrying so much about how fast I'm reading, rather how much I'm learning from the text. Watch me as I do this. Lena raced barefoot to the camp entrance where relief workers threw used clothing off the back of the truck. I'm going to stop there. Only a sentence in, but I need to stop and think, who's in this part? I'm going to just mark it up. Maybe you take some notes on a Post-it or in a Google Keep as you did this, but you want to stop and take some notes. Who's in this part? Because what did we just learn? We learned about a character named Lena. I'm going to write character if I'm thinking and to myself, just this is the character, so I should be paying close attention. They're in a camp. Oh, setting. Okay, so I'm hearing about who's here, what just happened. We learned about the setting, and there seems to be like an issue. Relief workers, also more characters. Relief workers, that means that she's probably in trouble. Do you see how much I'm learning from literally just a sentence? How did I do this? I just stopped and thought a little bit. I asked myself 1, maybe 2 questions. Let's keep on going and see what else we can draw from the text from just simply slowing down, asking questions, and thinking. Everyone pushed and fought for the best clothes. Lena squatted and reached, grabbing what she could. I'm going to stop and think, okay, I was thinking before that maybe she's in trouble. Maybe it said that she was at a relief camp. So maybe now this part is talking about like how she doesn't have very much many belongings. She needs clothes. Maybe this could be like something about the problem that she's facing. Do you also see how I'm kind of running through story elements here? I want to be thinking back to what I know about stories, and I know a lot about stories. You can already see that I have some really important story elements like character, setting, problems in just the first paragraph. So when I stop and think, I want to be asking myself questions like, who's in this part, what just happened, and really thinking about how parts are starting to fit together, what's new information, what's old, and what am I learning that I should be learning. In the beginning of a story, what should I be learning? I should be learning about characters, settings, and problems. This is my story arc. And that's what I'm doing. So this kind of a tool basically just tells me to stop and think deeply about the story elements that are coming up and maybe what ideas they're giving me. Maybe you'll try this next part. I'll read on and you'll think alongside me. The crowd began to leave. In the dust at Lena's feet lay a brand new sandal. It was yellow with a blue flower in the middle, and when she slipped it on her foot, it fit perfectly. Lena was 10, but she had not worn shoes for 2 years. If you're watching this video, stop and make a jot. Can you answer these questions? Who's in this part? What just happened now? Does this fit with something that already happened, or is this new information? Do you have more story elements, or can you add on to what you already are learning about the story elements? So right now, write a jot and tag me to it. I want to see what you're thinking about this tiny part right here. These small chunks are big enough to give us big ideas about the text. And also, it will encourage us to really think about what we already know about stories. Who's in them, what happens, what's going on, and that will bring us to some big ideas. Keep working, keep jotting, and keep thinking about your text.